Taiwan. I'm Ethan Liu with 10 minutes of news from here in Taiwan and around the world. A group of U.S. lawmakers is set to visit Taiwan next week, according to the Financial Times. The report says U.S. Representative Mike Gallagher, who heads the House Committee on China, will lead a delegation in a show of support for Taiwan's president-elect Lai Ching-te. The group of 7 U.S. lawmakers will also meet newly elected Legislative Yuan Speaker Han Kuo-yu. Gallagher, known as the China Hawk, has long been a supporter of Taiwan and has visited Taipei before. His visit is expected to anger China, which rejects Taiwan's democratic self-rule. NASA is helping Taiwan and 4 other countries in the region tackle air pollution. Its most recent mission involved the flyover through some of Taiwan's best air and some of its worst. John Van Triest has this story.
All systems go. NASA has sent this DC-8 aircraft to East Asia to study where the region's air pollution comes from and how to make the air in this part of the world better. Today's mission, Taiwan. The crew has spent the day flying zigzags across the island, taking samples at different altitudes, comparing the fresh air of Taiwan's sparsely populated east coast with the often smoggy skies of the industrial west coast. It's the first of what the team hopes will be several flights over Taiwan, testing the air on different days in different weather, all as the project moves between the Philippines, South Korea, Malaysia, and Thailand.
Taiwan has a very advanced air quality atmospheric chemistry community, but what they don't have is a flying laboratory. There's, the DC-8 is a unique thing. It's the largest flying laboratory in the world, and so we have strong connections with the scientists in Taiwan, and so they invited us to collaborate with them. And we said we'd already picked our 4 cities, but they suggested that perhaps we just overfly them a few times, and we said we'd love to try and do that.
One of the focuses of this flyover was the Kaohsiung-Pingtung area in the south of the country. This area has some of Taiwan's worst air quality. The government has its own program to study the issue, but the NASA data is helping them to form a 3D map of what pollutants are where, and whether they come from primary human sources like cars or form later from chemical reactions in the atmosphere.
The local scientists helped us design our flight pattern. They have 2 projects going on right now, and so this is why we're studying the southern half of the island. They said we have 2 field campaigns going on. If you fly at these altitudes, at these locations, you'll be sampling directly upwind from where we're monitoring.
Onboard labs have fast-working, high-tech equipment that is already giving the scientists some interesting data.
So based on just this one day of data, we can clearly see that Taiwan is closer to Seoul chemically than it is to Manila, as far as the type of pollution we found.
This kind of comparison is helping build a pollution map of the whole region. Many Asian cities suffer from poor air quality, but while emissions in each may be a problem, it looks like pollution may also move around, crossing borders and even open sea. Finding out where it's coming from is what this mission is all about. Justin Wu and John Van Triest for TaiwanPlus.
Taiwan Stock Exchange took a break over the Lunar New Year, but has now come back strong. Leslie Liao has more.
In the first day of trading in the Year of the Dragon, Taiwan's stock exchange has come out swinging. The TAIEX, the index which tracks the performance of Taiwan Stock Exchange, hit a record 18,725 points just 1 minute into trading. But that benchmark was short-lived as trading continued. But the TAIEX still closed at 18,644 points, which is a gain of 3% and a record close. Now, earlier we spoke with economist Gary Ng, who says that Taiwan's stock exchange is playing catch-up with global tech trends after it suspended trading over the Lunar New Year holiday.
I do think that this boom may not be so related to the holiday itself. It's really about when Taiwan has the Lunar New Year holiday. It happened that the US has seen a very strong boom in terms of the tech sector, which affect Taiwan.
One of the biggest performing stocks today is that of Taiwan semiconductor manufacturing companies. That stock opened up nearly 10%, briefly bringing the company's market cap to a record high of $572 billion US. Now, TSMC is one of Taiwan's most closely monitored companies because of the pivotal role it plays in the global economy. Gary says that typically when TSMC does well, Taiwan does well.
If TSMC does well, then you're talking about the whole supply chain, and all these players that supply goods to the TSMC will also perform well as well. So we can pretty much say that it's pretty much a TSMC-driven market in Taiwan.
And Gary added that with Taiwan's market so closely tied to global tech trends, recent developments in areas like AI spells gains for Taiwan stock trade as a whole. Kama Shi and Leslie Liao in Taipei for TaiwanPlus.
A Taiwanese internet personality has been arrested in Cambodia for allegedly faking an assault during the live stream. Chen Nengchuan, known online as Goodnight Chicks, claimed he was beaten and robbed at a casino in Cambodia. In the live stream, Chen appeared in a disheveled state, claiming to be fleeing insecurity. He then went offline, sparking claims he went missing. Cambodian authorities have denied the incident happened and are expected to release more information. Indoor shrimp fishing, once a leisure activity distinct to Taiwan, has become a competitive sport in recent years, with people both young and old vying to become super shrimpers. Jeremy Olivier has this story.
34-year-old Liao Kegang stands out from other young men his age in Taiwan. Rather than spending his downtime playing video games or hanging out with friends, most days he can be seen at the local indoor shrimp fishing venue. It may look like a relaxing activity, but for Liao, it's a bit more serious. It's a $30,000 a year profession. He often joins competitive shrimping events around the country, and he has the trophies to prove it.
第一次比赛我还记得是沙场办的，那时候运气好拿到第一名。第一次参加比赛就拿到第一名，自然而然你对比赛就会有产生那个动力在，所以就变成说，他只要办比赛我就想参加。
Shrimp fishing has long been a popular leisure activity in Taiwan. There are numerous indoor ponds across the country, usually on the outskirts of cities, and people of all ages can be seen enjoying the local atmosphere. People don't actually catch shrimp at these venues, but prawns, mainly imported from Thailand. These shellfish are much larger than their shrimp cousins. They also have small claws that can give a painful pinch if you're not careful getting the hook out of your catch. The activity is considered a part of local culture, something distinctly Taiwanese, but as a sport, it's now moved beyond Taiwan's borders.
钓虾本是台湾的本土文化，比赛最多的目前来讲还是在台湾。香港最近他们现在几乎1个月，甚至每一个礼拜都有一场赛事，包括像新加坡也开始积极的在举办比赛。
As the shrimping craze continues to gather momentum, and competitors like Liao Kegang are able to make a lucrative career out of it, this Taiwanese pastime is likely to get more and more people hooked around the world. Eason Chen and Jeremy Olivier for TaiwanPlus.
Members of Taiwan's largest indigenous group are trying to pass on their culture through music and dance. Tiffany Wong reports.
Keeping the Amis culture alive through song and dance. Most of these dancers are over 70 years old, but they still have a lot of energy. They want to pass on their community's traditions to the next generation, showing unity through art.
我们的人员30几个，算是很团结的，在台东来讲，算是一个很团结的一个团体，所以有什么大型的表演都会邀我们过去。
Music and dance play important roles in Amis culture and are frequently performed at major ceremonies. These seniors say that learning music can be a fun way to preserve their traditions and learn their language.
就喜欢唱歌跳舞，一方面还可以学到一些我没有唱过的歌，也是部落的歌啊，也有老一辈子的歌啊。
These elders hope their performances can inspire the next generation to embrace their Amis heritage. Luffy Lee and Tiffany Wong for TaiwanPlus.
Thank you for watching today's What's Up Taiwan. Before we sign off, meet Sonai, a rare baby one-horned rhinoceros born in a French zoo. I'm Ethan Liu. Take care, and I'll see you next time.